Hello and welcome to the Geeky Female. This is Emily, and today I'm going to talk to you about another Zelda game that I adore, which is the Wind Waker. I know that a lot of people are kind of on completely different spectrums about how they feel about Wind Waker. Some people are like, holy poop, it's fucking amazing, and the other group of the people are like, it looks like an anime. Not a good anime. What the frick? I'm in the first camp. I completely understand the second camp, because I mean it is really childish, especially when you look at fucking Twilight Princess, in which, it was rated fucking teen, and look at Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, which mainly due to the fact that, technology wasn't capable of it then, but because, it had a lot more of a, you know how Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask looked. It looked, can't really think of the word to do it, but it didn't look cartoony at all. Okay? So the thing is Wind Waker looked cartoony, yes. But you know what? That really did help it. I mean, think about it. Imagine a sailing game, you're sailing across the fucking ocean, and imagine all the shit that goes down in Wind Waker, and imagine it with Twilight Princess graphics. Yeah, that shit don't look too good. Seriously, it's the boat would just, oh my god, it would go so slow because of all the fucking frames, and holy shit, they'd have to do all those waves, and when you hit the storm, they'd have to have huge things, and oh my god, it would be a little bit too much. Me as a little kid playing Wind Waker I was still holy crap, that was woo. But if it was gritty realism, I'd be oh, go, get me the fuck away from the ocean. Shit, I live near the ocean, I'm gonna run away now. No. Plus, the thing is Link in Wind Waker was kind of younger. He was a lot more innocent than in other games. Twilight Princess, he was older, so he was obviously more mature just because of that. Ocarina of Time, he was bullied his whole life. That makes you grow up quick, being a social outcast. I mean, shit, he only had one friend growing up. He was the complete and utter outcast. He didn't have the fairy, he didn't have nothing. So, he was a bit more mature, and he really just wanted to... When he heard that somebody actually wanted to see him, he was so excited. And then, he was quick to latch on to whatever he could because he wants to be someone. Majora's Mask, he already had the people saving thing in his head, and holy shit, the world's gonna end anyway, so get your ass moving. So on and so forth. With Wind Waker, it's just, I want to save my sister. And then, so he jumps on the pirate ship to go and save his sister, and then shit goes, shit happens, doesn't go according to plan. And he ends up in Windfall. Which, by the way, if you look at that map, that's a fucking long time to be unconscious. Holy shit. Anyway, so, he makes it to Windfall, and then, the boat's just hey, you still want to save your sister? I mean, I can sail you home, but do you want to get your sister? And he's yeah, it's my sister. I want to save my sister. So, he goes on this quest to save his sister. And then, as he goes, he sees all this shit going down. He's whoa, whoa, whoa. Why the fuck's the dragon mad? Who the hell's attacking the Deku tree? Oh my god. Who killed Kenny? Anyway, so all this shit goes down, and then he's finally as he's going, he realizes, oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Yeah. Okay, so he gets the Master Sword because he's okay, now I can save my sister, and then I can defeat Ganonpoop, and I can save the world, and then all the things will go good again. Yay. And so he goes there, and then the sword doesn't fucking work. And he's oh, now you've done it. Oh, man, I have to go do more shit? I have to do more shit? I mean, yeah, sure, he saves his sister, but then he's Bastard isn't gone yet? Oh my god. More shit to do. So, by this time, he's so invested in the fact that, he has to defeat Ganondorf, because he's seen all the shit that Ganon's done, and he's dude, this isn't good. I need to stop this. And so he decides to go the whole, 9 yards, get the fucking Master Sword all charged right back up, and then he goes and kicks Ganon's ass. Also because they kidnapped Tetra / Zelda, and that's like, no. Bitch, please. You touched Tetra. Anyway, so instead of it just being a, like, you know, well, Link has a lot more innocent, like, reasoning behind what he does. First, he just wants to save his sister. And then, you know, he doesn't like the fact that bad things are happening. And then he just wants to save Tetra. And he realizes that Ganondorf, you know, is going to keep causing problems for him unless he stops him. So he just does because, you know, he's got to do something. Somebody's got to do it. So it might as well be him. He's the one with the glowy sword. Yeah. It's a lot more innocent, which affects, like, you know, the art style definitely shows that. Plus, the art style gave Link a huge personality. Like in the other games, Link's always like, yeah, yeah, like, you know, meh. He doesn't have emotions. Like, his eyes don't light up, his mouth doesn't move. I mean, I know he doesn't talk, but still, like, he has nothing going on for him. Other than, like, in the old games, everyone should be like, ah, and then he'd, like, be more, then he'd be like, really so boring. Meanwhile, in this one, like, even at the beginning, he's like when he first gets, like, you know, the hero's clothes from his grandma and he thinks they look stupid, he's actually like, what the hell is this? And he's, like, putting it on, he's like, ew, 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 ew. And, like, everything he does, like, he's like, his face just lights up, even though there's, like, his face is just, like, a circle with eyes and a mouth attached to it, and yet it's, like, the most expressive face ever. And, like, everybody's expressive. Usually everyone's like, and everyone else is just as expressive as Link. It makes it so much more lively and so much more awesome. Anyway, so that's enough about the graphics and Link being innocent and cutesy. Now on to other things, such as gameplay. When I was younger, the whole sailing thing was difficult because it took like 10 minutes to sail places, and I was a little kid, and I sure as hell didn't have any patience for this sort of shit. Nowadays, I started replaying it recently, and thank goodness that, you know, I'm slightly more intelligent now, and so I decided instead to actually, you know, talk to those stupid map fish every time. That way, it's not as difficult for me to go, now where the fuck do I go? Where's this island? What do I do? Where does the tornado spit me out? Like, really, like, it's so much easier. By the way, if you're having a tough time, use the fish. They really do help you. So, like, there's that shit. That was really... Sailing was difficult when I was younger. Now it's less so, now that I have, like, you know, a modicum of patience. And that's also why I'm glad that they did the cartoony art style instead, because that would have been intense. A little bit too intense for children. The waves and, like, you know, the octoroks that come out of the ocean, and then, like, you know, the moblins in general would be terrifying, and as would, you know, everything. Yeah. I also really love the dungeons. Like, I love the two dungeons. My favorite dungeons are the two where you have to carry the dumbasses with you. Like, you know, Miss, I'm a descendant of the Zoras who lived in the water, but for some weird reason, when the world became an ocean, I decided to become a fucking bird. I mean, seriously, that makes no fucking sense. Hi, I live underwater. Oh shit, the world is covered in water. Let me grow wings. But anyways, so the bitch with the dumb ancestors, you know, you have to take her into that one dungeon, and then you have to take the little bastard, the Kakari child. Another thing I don't understand is why the fuck they turned the leaves. Anyway. Though it makes slightly more sense than the Zoras, because, you know, at least that, you know, they needed to fly around the world, so I understand they have to be tiny. But still, Zoras, what the hell? That's something that makes no sense. Anyway. But anyways, as I was saying, I really enjoy those two dungeons. I enjoy the fact that you had to, like, think of new ways to, because by the time you get there, you're like, oh yeah, you know, dungeons, easy peasy, just do your shit, and you go, etc. You walk in, get the item, beat the boss, you're done, woo. This one, you actually have to be like, oh, I have to find a way to get dumbass over there, but if he gets hit by someone, then he goes all the way back over there, and oh, you know, and the wind's going this way. It had a lot more puzzles. You had to think a lot more, and I really like their little, like, Wind Waker songs, because, I don't know, they just made me happy. Let's see. Oh, the little bitch's name was Medley. That's what it was. Anyway. I really like that. I also really enjoyed the fact that there were so many mini games throughout it, because, you know, they actually had different islands, and each one had its own characters and personality, and it was really cool how, like, you know, like, Windfall had a bunch of this stuff, and meanwhile, Outcast had a bunch of this stuff, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And then also, like, the fucking submarine man randomly across the whole map, and, you know, the cute little, like, tiny islands that just, if you knew it was there, then you could find this prize. And it was really awesome, and it also made me really thankful that I had a guidebook growing up, because that guidebook was fucking amazing. Plus, it had the whole Ocarina of Time guidebook in the back, and that was also cool. Anyways, so I really enjoyed the dungeons. I really enjoyed the characters. I've grown to have an appreciation for the sailing. I really enjoy the monster design, because I know that if those were in a more realistic game, I would be shitting my pants even now. But since they're not, they're kind of cool. The Redeads are still terrifying, especially since their screech got scarier. The Moblins are they kind of offset me the second I see them, like, the fact that all the creatures make these really scary noises, but they look like little cartoon characters, is really confusing. But kind of cool, like, you're like, oh, whatever, it's just this little, like, purple blob, and it goes, and you're like, oh, shit, never mind, you're a terrifying blob, I never insulted you, etc. There actually is a monster that goes, and I'm like, oh, stop that. Let's see. Yeah, I really enjoyed Wind Waker. Yeah, you know, Majora's Mask is my favorite, but Wind Waker's really damn good. It was long, it was interesting, you didn't really know what to expect next. Like, the whole, like, Ganon puppet fight, that scared me. Like, everything that goes on is weird. Like, they added a bunch of really cool things to the game, like the whole sneaking level at the way beginning at the Forsaken Fortress, the whole shit with Medley and Makar, I think that's his name, like, you know, the two people I was talking about, having to take them to the dungeons with you. Ganon's tower is really cool, as is Hyrule Castle. Like, the fact that it's underground and, like, frozen in time, and when you walk around, everything's gray except for you, and you're like, wow, this is fucking freaky. Yeah, that shit's cool. I really did enjoy that crap. Yeah. I enjoy the fact that it was actually, you know, the segmentation wasn't too bad. I enjoy the fact that Tetra/Zelda was not a fucking pushover. I mean, Zelda's never really been a fucking pushover. She usually helps in all the boss battles, like, you know, with the bows and arrows in the back. But this time she's actually like, Shpow! I do what I want! I do what I want! And if you try telling me that I have to sit around and be a fucking princess, I'm gonna fucking slap you. Of course she didn't use that word, so that's just me being, you know, paraphrasing. But, you know, like, she actually had attitude and spunk. Usually Zelda's kind of like, you know, like, I'm the princess. But, you know, since everything's in danger, I guess I can help you. And then old Tetra's like, bitch! Ganon! You fucked with me! And now I'm gonna fuck you up! If that happened to, like, Zelda from Ocarina of Time, she would have been like, oh, can you not kidnap me? No! Oh, okay. Well, I guess Link will save me. And when Link comes to save me, then I'll help him. But until then, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm a good hostage. Anyway. Thank you for watching. If you liked my video, like it. if you have any anecdotes to share, or like, you know, agreements, disagreements, your own view on shit, leave a comment below. If you like my videos so far, please subscribe. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!